Hi everybody. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to download and install R in RStudio, as well as walking you through the process of starting up RMarkdown. So R and RStudio are the softwares that we'll be using in this course, specifically in the labs to complete our worksheets as well as our assignments. To get started, you need to make sure you have R installed. So R is a statistical software, and it's used to perform all types of statistical calculations, and it's going to be the backbone for how we do our software calculations in this course. To get started, go to your syllabus or your course outline and go to the software section. You'll find a few links here, and these links will take you to all the files that you need. Depending on your system, whether you're running a Windows machine or a macOS machine, you'll choose one of the following links below. Note that R will not run on an iPad, most Windows tablets, or a Chromebook. So you need to have a Windows or a Mac, either desktop or laptop. So I'm going to download the macOS version because I'm on a Mac machine right now. So when you go to the macOS link, you'll see that there's actually two options for you. The first one here can be used by any macOS user. The second option here is only for M1 machines. Now, again, anyone can use this top one. If you happen to have an M1 machine, this version will run more quickly, though the difference that you'll notice in this course probably won't be too large anyways. Either way, I have an M1 machine, so I'm going to follow this second link here. Once my file is downloaded, I'll click on it, and I'll leave everything at the default. I'll essentially just be clicking through this installation. So I'm going to just click through everything here. And I'm going to let everything install. Okay, my installation is complete, so I'll click close. I'll move the installation file to the trash, and now I have R installed. Now, R is actually just the backbone for the software that we'll be using. The actual software that we'll be directly using is called RStudio, which is something called an IDE. It essentially lets us run R in a more user-friendly way. So to download, I'm going to follow this link here. I want RStudio Desktop. So I'm going to click Download RStudio Desktop. I want the free version, and I'm on a Mac machine, so I'll download this Mac file here. Okay, we're going to wait for this to finish downloading. Okay, now it's done downloading, so I'm going to click the file. I'm going to drag it into my applications folder. It's going to take a second to transfer over. Okay, now that it's done installing, I can open my applications folder, and in there, I'll find RStudio. I'll double click that, and after it validates, it will open up. Okay, so now we've got RStudio up and going. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click this window right here. Okay, now I have my four main panels. These panels will be explained to you in your first lab. Today, all that we want to make sure we can do is make sure we have RStudio up and running. If you have this window showing, you're good for now. The last thing we need to do is get our Markdown up and going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select File, New File, RMarkdown. Now this is my first time opening it, so it's going to take a moment. It's going to ask me if I want to install some packages. I'm going to select yes. And I'm going to wait for a minute now while all those packages install. Okay, all of my packages are installed, and it gives me my little window here for creating an RMarkdown file. So again, I'm not going to get into the details of this today. All we're focusing on today is getting this software up and running. So we're just going to do one thing. We're going to change the default output format to PDF and click OK. All right, now we have the default RMarkdown file, and the only thing that's left to do is to knit this to a PDF. So I'm going to show you what happens if you just try and knit it right now. It'll ask you to save the file. I'll just leave it as untitled. Okay, so we get this error. And this error is because we do not have a LaTeX distribution installed. So it's going to recommend that you install a few different things. Do not do MacTech. It's too complicated. Instead, use this thing right here. Use this line of code to install something called tinytex. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go into my console and paste it. Otherwise, you could just type this out. It's tinytex, :install _ tinytex. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to allow it to install. Okay, so some of the output looks a little goofy, but it's actually not a big deal. You'll see that now when I go to knit and I select knit to PDF, I get an output that is a PDF document. So this output here is a PDF document. These PDF documents will be what you submit as your worksheets and your assignments in this course. So that's all our goal was today, to make sure we could get R and RStudio downloaded and installed and get RMarkdown set up. If for some reason you cannot get one of these softwares to work, please go to the Help Center. The Help Center is located in 311 Machray Hall. It's open most of the day, most days. The exact schedule will be located on your course syllabus. But if you cannot get this working, bring your machine to 311 Machray Hall during the Help Center hours, and a TA there will be ready to help you out and help you get it installed. Otherwise, have fun in your first lab, take care, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.